Now student, we were in activity 1. To observe this budding in yeast, we have to do a activity in which the materials required are yeast powder, sugar, beaker, water, glass slide and microscope. So you will tell that many of you student will say me, ma'am, we don't have microscope at home. Now how we will do this activity? So student, that is doesn't matters if you had any microscope or not. This you can easily use it through the magnifying glass also. Now after this, take some yeast powder from a bakery or a chemist shop. Place a pinch of yeast powder in a 100 ml beaker having some lukewarm water. Add a spoonful of sugar and shake it well to dissolve. Now what will be the procedure? In this procedure you have to take 100 ml of water which will be lukewarm, means what, little more, little hot. In that you have to add a full tablespoon of sugar and shake it till it dissolves. After that, in that you have to mix the yeast powder which you have to buy from the bakery shop or the chemist shop. How much you will take the yeast powder? Pinch of. In 100 ml of lukewarm water, you have to add pinch of yeast and a 1 tablespoon of sugar and mix both the things. After an hour or so, put a drop of this liquid on a glass slide and observe it under microscope. Draw a simple line diagram what you see on the slide. You will formation of new cells is seen. What you will see? Formation of new cells. When you will look through the microscope, you will find that there is the formation of new cells. Now this was the activity which you have to write down in your book. Now we are moving towards our next thing, that is fragmentation. What is fragmentation? Now what is fragmentation? Now the thing is that what is fragmentation? This is a mode of asexual reproduction in which a new plant is produced from a portion of the parent plant. In fragmentation, what happens? This is also a mode of asexual reproduction, but in this, a new plant is produced from a portion of the parent plant. From where it is produced? From the portion. Any portion from that they are produced. Each section or a part of the plants develop into a mature. From which portion they are developed? So this each section means likewise our hand breaks, it joints. Same at is in fragmentation also, a new plant arises and reproduced, but it has been produced from the section of the parent plant, and this each section, or you can say the part of the plant, develops into a mature plant, Now this mature plant is fully grown individuals. Some plants possesses specialized structures for reproduction through fragmentation. When they fully grow on an individual, in some plant what possesses? They possesses some specialized structures for reproduction through fragmentation. This type of reproduction happens naturally where the small part of the plant fall off onto solid and then began to grow up into a new plant. This mode is often used by nurseries and greenhouse to produce plants quickly. So this fragmentation procedure is not being used by nurseries and the greenhouses to produce plants quickly. So in your book it has been also defined, we can go through that. Fragmentation is commonly found in green algae like Spirogyra. What is that? Algae, green algae, name Spirogyra. Their filaments break up into two or more fragments and each fragment grows into a new individual. It is also seen in bryophytes, mosses and liverworts. In how many things we can find this fragmentation procedure? Bryophytes like mosses and liverworts. Now in your book it has been shown fragmentation in Spirogyra. Now you can see this is a whole Spirogyra. Now from this portion it breaks into two individual Spirogyra. Two individuals Spirogyra, and they can now be fully grown. Now this was the fragmentation in Spirogyra. This is what fragmentation in Spirogyra. How it happens? They can break from any portion. It is produced from a portion of the parent plant. So the portion is this. You can see this red mark arrow showing us here and there. So it denotes that these two Spirogyra had been breaked from this portion only. From where it has been break? From this portion only, and new two Spirogyra we find through the procedure called fragmentation. Through the procedure called fragmentation. Now our third one comes spore formation. Third one is what? Spore formation. Many plants and algae form spores in their life cycle. Spores means what? Hole, minute holes. So many plants and algae form spores in their life cycle. A spore is an asexual reproductive body surrounded by a hard protective cover to withstand unfavorable conditions such as high temperature and low humidity. Under favorable conditions, the spores germinate and grow into new plants. Plants like moss and ferns use this mode of reproduction. What happens in spores? These spores forms spores in the life cycle, and a spore is also a sexual reproductive body surrounded by a hard protective cover to withstand unfavorable conditions such as high temperature and low humidity. Under favorable condition, the spores germinate and grow into new plants Plants like mosses and ferns use this mode of reproduction. Now spores are tiny, thick-walled, resistant, asexual reproductive bodies. What are spores? They are tiny, thick-walled, resistant, asexual reproductive body. They are produced under unfavorable conditions. They develop in a structure called sporangium. They are developed in a structure which is called sporangium. They are called sporangium, or you can say sporangia. Mature spores are released by the rupture of sporangia, keep floating in the air and are carried away. On getting suitable condition, each spore develops into a new plant. It occurs in fungi, break, mold and mosses and forms. When you are going to eat bread, after keeping so many days, you will see there is a green colored powdered substance forming on the layer of the bread. What is that? That is the green algae, or you can say the mosses, which forms in a spores, which is again being dividing through the asexual reproductive body. In this picture, you can see in figure 2.4 spores in Rhizopus born in a sporangium. Now, what is spores? Now, see over here. These are the minute holes that is called spores. These spores are covered with sporangium. Sporangiophore, erect hypha or sporangium bearing stalk. This is called sporangium stalk. This is called stalk. Which stalk? Or you can say erect hypha. But which stalk or erect hypha? Sporangium, or you can say sporangiophore. Sporangiophore. Now this is stolon, and this is the roots of rhizoids. What are these? These are the roots of rhizoids, and these spores are forming in rhizopus. Rhizopus. So this was the spore formation, in which are very tiny, thick-walled, resistant sexual reproductive bodies. They are produced under favorable, unfavorable conditions. They develop in a structure called sporangium. Mature spores are released by the rupture of sporangia, keep floating in the air, and are carried away on getting suitable condition. Each spores develop into a new plant. When there is unfavorable condition, that time what? After rupture of sporangia, these starts floating into the air, and when they get their favorable condition, that time each spore develop into a new plant. Each spore develops into a new plant. It occurs in fungi also, and bread mold, mosses and farms. So this was the natural method of asexual reproduction. After this, we will move on with our artificial methods. Artificial methods. In artificial method, there was first cutting, then grafting, layering, and micropropagation, or you can say tissue culture. Now over here in book you have or having a activity 2, to study spores of bread mold under a microscope. A bread slice having mold, microscope, forceps, glass slide. Collect a slice of bread having bread mold, that is called rhizopus. Take a clean slide and put some blackish threads on it with the help of forceps. Observe under the microscope. Black colored spores are seen in the spore sac or sporangium borne on a sporangiophore. Borne on sporangiophore. So easily you can see in the picture also there is given this is the bread mold, which is having so many sporangium which are in the spore sac, and they burst with the help of the air, and after that these sporangiophores, or you can say the spores, develop into a new individual plants. Now there was the artificial method also, cutting, grafting, layering, and micropropagation. Now these things we will read in our next video. Till this, go through the video, do the assignment, read the book, and please student, if you don't understand, do ask me. Thank you.